Hello, this is Robert Dilts again. And this is our second video in the series. In the first video, I was talking about this summer in August in Santa Cruz, California, that we're going to be doing the first ever generative consulting certification program and the first ever international conference on generative change. And we said the first one is really about the capability. How do we develop the capability as a generative consultant to help companies who are going into new territories where the old answers don't work, where the old ways do not create the solution, and you must co-create a solution together. And we said the conference is about creating a community to bring together networking and collective intelligence. In this video, I want to say a little bit more about what we do in generative consulting, why it's different, how it's different than any of the other success factor modeling programs, and why it's valuable for you if you're a consultant or you're thinking of becoming a consultant. And very often, especially in this area of generative change, the first problem to solve is defining what is the problem. Because you cannot use old modalities, you cannot use, old diagnostic tools. You've got to have something that helps you, we say, define the direction even when you don't know the destination. How do I know what the direction is even if I don't know yet the destination? That's one of the huge challenges of all generative change. So we'll be looking at that. How do we make a diagnostic? Second thing is then how do you collectively and collaboratively generate with the company to set the goals and find the resources. One of the big challenges of all companies is that you're basically in a complex ecosystem that involves the state of the global economy or the local economy, that involves the state of the market and the maturity of the market, that it also involves the life cycle of the company. So are you in an expanding economy? Are you in a stable economy? Are you in a receding economy? Is the market a emerging market? Is it a developing market? Is it a mature market? And what is the state of your company? Are you a startup? Are you a mature company? Are you either in the place where you're going to decline or innovate? And from that, we define these three fundamental consulting stages. Either you're in a growth stage, and how do you grow even, let's say, in a down economy, or you are in transition, right? You can't keep doing the same thing. You're not in crisis yet, but you want to avoid a crisis. Or sometimes you are in full-blown crisis. And the question is, what is going to be the right combination of things? We'll be exploring, okay, could be the right combination of entrepreneurial attitude, what we call building a circle of success, versus collective intelligence, bringing together the intelligence of not only people within the team, but in the larger community, or leadership, conscious leadership and resilience. And to do that, we're going to be exploring, there's 7 steps to the generative consulting process. How do we make a diagnosis? How do you define the direction? How do you begin to build an action plan? How do you begin to implement? How do you identify and transform obstacles? How do you measure your progress? And then how do you follow up to make sure that things are put into place so that it sustains? And to support that, we have 9 specific competences that we'll be practicing, and then working with, again, what are the kinds of distinctions, tools, and models that we need to bring together. So it's a comprehensive program. We're going to be also working with actual companies that are going to be coming in that will be presenting their cases. And our emphasis here, it's not on just how do you do it yourself, it's how do you consult to somebody else? How do you help them define the problem, find the solution, a new solution, a generative solution, and implement that. So I think this is going to be extremely valuable for you. Again, I hope you'll consider come and join us. In the next video, I'm going to say a little bit more about what we're doing with the conference and the purpose of the conference and how that is going to create a truly revolutionary community. So I look forward to seeing you then.